Hi YouTube, it's VSG Smile giving a quick update. A lot has happened since my last update. I had my follow-up visit with my doctor, my surgeon, the day after I returned home from the beach, and my weight was actually up a little bit. Well, before I had went on vacation, my weight had went down to 217.2. It went back up and fluctuated about 219. At the beach, I did have a couple pina colada drinks and some Smirnoff, and I did make my own little Jello shot. Anyhow, I don't really drink a lot, so just that little bit kind of pushed me up, and I was 221 at my doctor's visit. And I saw my surgeon and another doctor as well. They really encouraged me to increase my exercise, to take advantage of this opportunity that I have been blessed with, having had VSG sleeve surgery. So they gave me some to dos to do. Well, later on that day, my stomach started hurting, and I tried to lay down in the evening, and my stomach was hurting so bad that my whole body started to hurt. It was just like a whole body ache. It started in the stomach area, but it just kept increasing to where I would feel aches just all over from the top to the bottom. So I had my husband take me to the hospital. I told him that I had stomach pain. When I went back and saw the nurse, I let her know that I did have VSG surgery 3.5 months prior. And over the course of them hooking me up to pain management, I was on like morphine and Zofran. Over the course of the evening, I kept getting up to urinate. By the time they followed back up with me after several hours, I let them know I was no longer in any pain. My stomach still felt distended. Even when I left to go to the hospital, I couldn't just put on the pants that I normally wear, my normal dress pants. My stomach was so distended that I needed to wear like larger pants to go to the hospital. Well, they contacted my surgeon, and he was out of town, but he wanted me to go back to the hospital where I had my surgery, which was about a 30-minute drive from the hospital where I was at, which was closer to my house. They insisted that I go via ambulance. I never rode in an ambulance before. We let them know, my husband and I, that my husband can drive me over there. They absolutely refused. They said you have to go to by ambulance just in case something were to happen to me and suddenly my vitals were to go haywire. At least I'm with medical staff. So I asked, can you at least not turn on the sirens? I'm telling you, my stomach's not hurting anymore. I'm good. So at least they did not turn on the sirens, but I did have my first and hopefully last ambulance ride from one hospital to the next. When I made it to the next hospital, different doctors came in to see me. One said that he believes it's probably a gallstone and he recommends that my gallbladder is removed at this time, more than likely, because sometimes when people have had VSG sleeve surgery, and even RNY, I believe as well, about 3 months out, your gallbladder could be so overworked that eventually it just needs to come out. And I think it has something to do with the amount of weight loss that we lose so quickly. Your gallbladder is processing all that, and as we're losing weight very, very fast, it's kind of overworking it. That's my understanding. Please comment below if you have had your gallbladder removed and you have more information. So it turns out they told me that I cannot have anything to eat or drink. And this was Thursday night that I went into the hospital, and I was there until Saturday afternoon. And during that time frame, I had nothing to eat, nothing to drink. I was hooked up to hydration the whole time, the saline hydration. Actually, did okay with not eating or drinking. I think because I was constantly hydrated, constantly going to the bathroom, I did not feel hungry. Nurses did bring me ice chips, a couple of them, and they told me, please don't tell anyone I'm giving you this, because really, I guess they shouldn't have been giving it to me. I don't know why they did. I didn't ask for it, but they just gave me small amount of ice chips. I guess because they were asking me as well, am I in any pain? And I told them no. So basically, they were waiting it out. I think part of the reason why they had me in there at NPO, no food, no drink, is because that prepares me if they were to do surgery with me not having anything in my system. And then for two, because at this time they were still checking my lab work, every 3 hours or so to see where my liver levels were at. I know that's one thing that they noticed, that my liver enzymes level were way too high. One of the things that I did mention to them is that I did have alcohol while at the beach on vacation. It wasn't a lot, but considering that I don't drink and I have an extra small stomach now, it probably was a lot for me personally. I know people that have had the surgery that can drink something, and just with this experience for me, I realized that I cannot. If I'm going to drink, it's probably going to be just very, very minimal, just, maybe, 3 or 4 sips, something like that. A whole cup and a half is probably too much for me at this point with my smaller stomach. And so on my last day, I saw a doctor that worked really close with my surgeon. He was actually there the day of my surgery. And he asked me, do I want to go home? I said, of course I do. And he said, well, I spoke to the other doctors and I told them I do not recommend that they remove your gallbladder at this time because it was a one time, your first episode having trouble with it. We don't see any more gallstones in your bladder based on the ultrasound that we saw. And he did recommend that I cut back and probably eliminate alcohol from my diet, which I do definitely agree with that. And so that was my hospital adventure. As soon as he gave me the clearance and I spoke to the nurse, she brought me something to eat. She actually had to find something for me because it was in between lunch and breakfast. She found a turkey sandwich and chicken noodle soup, and I had a few sips of the soup, the liquid part of the soup, and I had the turkey and tomato and lettuce. As I mentioned before, I don't eat bread unless it's a very small bit and it's like, just very good bread that I just want to try or something like that. But I threw away the bread. I'm doing fine. I am 4 months and 2 days post VSG surgery. Today is July the 2nd. I had surgery on February 29th. My highest weight was 274.3 pounds. The day of surgery, it was 256.4 pounds. And my final weight after all of that is 216.6. So I've went down another couple pounds since my last video, and I'm very, very happy, very, very excited about that. I just hope that I continue the weight loss. I definitely learned a lot from that experience with that gallbladder scare. Not only am I abstaining from any alcohol, I am now focusing more on grilled chicken, salads, staying away from fried foods entirely. Before I mentioned that I would have fried jalapeno poppers, onion rings, thinking that I was doing better than if I were to have like fries, which in a way I probably was doing a little bit better, but as always, anyone who has been, as overweight, you understand that it's a journey. It's not something, at least for me, it's not something where I can just go from, oh, I used to eat badly, now I eat completely healthy. It's definitely a transition and a journey for me, and I'm taking it step by step. Now I'm at a new place, a new level of understanding to realize, with that gallbladder issue, I don't want to have another surgery if not necessary. I know that some people have their gallbladder removed and it just helps to escalate that weight loss even further. I just don't want to have another surgery. I'm still in the process of getting all my bills paid for since having the VSG surgery. I might have mentioned it before, but my out of pocket for the surgery alone was over 4,600, and today I made my final payment to pay that off. So I'm so happy that I paid off that bill in 4 months, and I just have one more bill remaining. I'm on a payment plan cumulatively for my office visits with the weight loss center where I had the surgery. And so I still owe a bit over 1,000 for those payments, and I make a payment of like 150 every month towards paying that off. And I'll probably end up paying that off early as well because I don't like having any kind of bill or owing people. So that's my long-term goal is to pay my house off. So definitely working towards that as well. But I just wanted to get a quick update. I'm doing well. I'm eating better than I was ever before. This is just such a gift, and I definitely want to follow the right path. I don't want to have any more complications or anything that's going to slow me down from accomplishing what I want to accomplish with this. So, God bless you all and have a good one. Bye.